All right, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Also, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. This is Exodus 32 and verse 30 and verse 9. Salakia. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, I have seen this people, referring to you so-called blacks, Latinos of Native and Native Americans, you Hebrew Israelites, all right? The Lord saying, you have seen these people, all right? And behold, it is a stiff-necked people, all right? And it's been that way since back then, and it's the same way now for the majority of our people, especially. They're very stiff-necked. If you're trying to feed medicine to a baby, an infant, and it doesn't taste good, and it has that bitter taste to it, that child is likely to turn his head. All right, things like that. They're very stuck in their ways, no matter how much truth, all right, how much of this good nutritious food that we're feeding the people through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Shai. The majority of them are going to remain stiff-necked, and they're going to be punished severely for it. All right, knowing this, all right, knowing the fear of the Lord, man. All right, that's why we try to persuade men through that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the fear of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right, but our people are very stuck in their ways, especially the older that they get, man. All right, the older they get, the more stubborn and they just get that spirit of basically you can't tell them nothing. And don't you be a younger brother, trying to prophesy or trying to rebuke or trying to teach one of these particular type of Israelites. It's not gonna work. They think they know everything, and you can't tell them nothing. And that's in relation to being stiff-necked, man. All right. The book of Isaiah 29 verse 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for so much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. Oh, yeah, of course, there is no fear really being taught by the precept of men as it relates to the Lord. It's something, if you check out these so-called religions, especially Christianity, it's not something that you hear even this day and age about being fearful towards the Lord. They come in a sort of spirit like, oh, the Lord is buddy buddy, you're buddy buddy. At what point in time on this earth, especially Babylon the Great, is that likely to be true in relation to the boss, all right, in the subordinates, man? Especially in the military, you can't even just walk up and once you get to a certain rank, man, you can't just walk in certain people's offices and things. You have to do it a certain way, gotta knock, gotta wait till they tell you to come in, gotta salute, all type of stuff. Once you get to a certain rank, man, how much more Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right, so they are the people. They don't have fear. All right, again, that's why we try to teach our people. We persuade men through the terror of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. These people, they're stiff necked. All right, they're all about lip service, man. Starting with the people of our nation that's involved in these false religions, and that also goes for the Israelites who know that they're Israelites, man, both man and woman. All right, still doing what they want to do for the most part, man. And again, what's it say? People draw near, yeah, lip service, man. With their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me. The law, all right? A lot of people of our nation still think the law is done away with, when Yahweh Shai himself said the exact opposite. He didn't come to send peace, but a sword, all right? Symbolizing destruction and division, all right? Not everyone come together. So yeah, they're just lip servicing, saying stuff that sounds good. Won't he do it? God got me. Things like that. A bunch of catchphrases. But when it comes to actually applying these scriptures to your daily life, the majority of our people, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, do not have it. And again, we're warning, judgment is right around the corner. You got another storm that's supposed to hit Florida here pretty soon. Don't know how bad it's gonna be, and you never really know. Yeah, man has this technology that the Lord has given him to be able to forecast these things a bit. But I mean, just like that, Hurricane Helene, it kind of changed paths a little bit, man, and a lot of that destruction went towards North Carolina. It was supposed to come straight up my way, through Florida, through southern Georgia, and then, go on up. And the Lord kind of moved it, of course, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. I know myself, through the spirit and other brothers sending up prayers, concerning these things, and have been doing it through the spirit before we even got into Jacob's trouble. All right, before these things really started to come, rapidly, and back-to-back judgments is happening on a mass scale on the earth. That's why the Lord taught us to watch and pray that you may be worthy to escape all these things that shall come upon the earth, man. So we've been supposed to been prayed up, man. And the thing about that is, when you are doing right for the most part, because we're never going to be perfect, but striving to be righteous, it boosts your faith. If you're an individual that hasn't been serving the Lord, and that you're just kind of like half doing something, you got a little bit of faith, you're not really being chastened by the Lord, well, that dwindles your faith. But when you have been praying and fasting, fellowshipping with the brothers, feeding the sheep, all these keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, these things actually strengthen your faith. So when a hurricane, a damn tornado, or something like that comes, all right, no matter what, you have a certain lack of fear towards it, because your fear isn't towards what the Lord could do per se. It's really towards Yahweh by Shema Hawah Shai, all right, and being in good standing with that power, because the Lord, I mean, he's going to bring destruction, and it's going to be danger close, man. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of judgments that's going to happen right, in front of us, or very close to us, no matter where we're living at, or wherever. And again, we're gonna need faith, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, man, I saw how bad they said that storm was supposed to, get. I mean, the way they was talking, Katrina level, Hurricane Katrina level. So I mean, it kind of spooked me, especially when it first started raining here, man, and just continuing to pray, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, I mean, he kind of redirected the path of that storm. All right, whatever man said, man, I mean, it didn't fly. So it definitely gave me a faith booster. Because again, it's going to be danger close. This judgment must happen. All right, friends, family, neighbors, judgment is going to happen. It's going to be danger close, man. All right, so we want to keep our faith at a high level. And again, serving the Lord on a daily basis does strengthen that faith. All right. So again, like when the storm came, yeah, I was spooked, because of the sounds and things like that. But I mean, we just know what time it is. If the Lord was going to take away my home, from the storm or whatever, through the spirit, you be prepared for that. All right, we'll be prepared for whatever is going to happen. But for the most part, we like to think that the Lord is going to be with us and that he's going to protect us. If not, then he's getting ready, to move us around. The Lord did teach us, that we shall be pilgrims upon the earth, especially during Jacob's trouble. So these are things, when these storms happen, all right, these are things that we have to mentally prepare for, all right, as well as spiritually, first and foremost. We have to be prepared for these things. And again, serving the Lord produces your readiness, all right, for these things, man. All right, so where everybody's freaking out and fleeing, and a lot of people didn't even know about the hurricane. They probably heard it was a little storm. Hey, the young lady I'm dealing with, I mentioned that before. Yeah, she heard it was a storm, but it ended up not hitting me and not knocking out my power. And she was up there close, to South Carolina, and she was out power for about a good week, man. That ain't no joke, especially for a woman, man. A week without power, because just think about it. Think about a day without power. Food. I mean, that's gonna be the first thing to go, right? Food, especially in the refrigerator, and then it'll be maybe later on that day or the next day, their freezer food is finna go out, man. So you either got to throw it away or use it all up, man. And you know, Babylon the Great is already in a fragile state here. So, man, we just got to remain prepared, man, and not be like these stiff-necked lip service Israelites, man, because they're going to get exposed through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashah. And Lord, know that we're tired of talking to these people, you know, of warning these people. We want to go home. We're not tired of doing the work. We want to do it in our perfection. We want to do it with those new glorified bodies, because we're going to serve Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua for all eternity. You see, we just don't want to do it in our imperfection where we're still subject to go off. All right, we want to, you know, do it at its highest level. So yeah, we are tired of talking. All right, it doesn't make us perfect, but we are, you know, taking rebuke, having accountability, and trying to change our wicked ways, man. For the 2/3 of the Israel, we don't know what the hell they got going on. Matter of fact, we do a whole bunch of lip service, man. Here we are, all this prophecy, all these things happening upon the earth, and you still got people talking about some damn Jesus, man. Call hello Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. You see what I'm talking about? Lip service. All right. Same thing in Isaiah 30 and verse 9, and it reads, let me see, that this is a rebellious people. So we heard they're stiff-necked, these Israelites. All right, they produce lip service. All right, and here we are again, man. Now that they're rebellious people, lying children. Are people good at lying? All right, children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Yahweh would say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. And that's the mentality of a weak individual. Doesn't matter if you're a man, woman, or child. All right, if you don't want to hear the Lord's law and prophecy, and you got your ears shut, however you're doing it, you're just weak. All right, at this point, man, they are people rather, and that's a spirit that a lot of women come in. They rather indulge in the pleasures of life than ever really have to sacrifice and sit down somewhere, man. That's something that I try to convey to the women I'm dealing with, even my family, not just women, but hey, man, sometimes you got to sit down somewhere. And guess what? Right now, being that this is our captivity, especially the end of it, all right, this is time where we got to sit the hell down somewhere. And I'm not talking about as it relates to serving the Lord. I'm talking about as it relates to all the folly, playing, and silliness that's going on, all the sin, all right, the adultery, the murdering that's going on, all right, the scamming, all this shit, all this wickedness that's running rampant upon the earth, especially Babylon the Great, the so-called USA, man. A lot of our people, again, they don't want to hear, hey, stop doing that. They don't want to hear the dietary law, the shrimp, crab, lobster, etc. The bottom feeders, it tastes too good to them. They want to continue to do their crab boils and their crawfish boils, man. Huge ass, I'm talking about humongous pot that you got to cook it outside. A lot of our people, especially in the South, they love crawfish and shit like that, man. So they don't want to hear it. All right, they rather hear deceits, prophesy unto us, you know, that prosperity gospel. Say hey, give this much, and the Lord is going to give you this much. You know what I mean? And I'll be talking about monetary stuff. That's what our people want, especially the woman. All right, and if you're a man, you're going to show yourself to be one. If not, you're going to be likened unto a woman or a child, or a combination of the two. And of course, we don't want to be like that. Now, being a woman isn't a bad thing, and it's very, very beautiful to watch a woman be in her correct order, you know, being submissive to a certain degree, being loving, a pillar of rest, not a pillar of stress. It balances that man out, and it, you know, it's good. It works out that way. All right, but it doesn't mean that you negate the truth, though. All right, just because you're that weaker vessel, you gotta you know, uphold the law just like the men do. Now, of course, first and foremost, this is for the men. All right, and we're supposed to be, you know, leading the charge, if you will, behind this thing of ours. All right. but everybody got to get in line sooner or later. Unfortunately for 2/3, it's going to be later. Fortunately for the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, it'll be sooner. We're trying through the Spirit to get our stuff together now, so that we won't be judged, man. All right, later. 2/3, they're gonna have to know death by pain. And a lot of our people, judgment ultimately is gonna be the lake of fire, all right, which is gonna be produced by the nuclear missile shot off during World War III, man. All right, it's gonna make this place look like a lake of fire. And of course, the book of Hosea 4:6. My people, you Hebrew Israelites, are destroyed for lack of knowledge. All right, because thou hast rejected knowledge. There it is again, stiff neck, honor me with their lips, rebellious, lying, don't want to hear the law. There it is again. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. So because you Israelites rather have the lip service, the smooth things, all right, the Lord said he's going to reject thee. And that's about to happen here pretty soon, man, because the Lord's going to unleash a certain amount of wrath upon this place, and you Israelites especially is gonna have no other choice but to either cry out, call upon the Lord, or you're gonna have to worship Esau, Edom, and take that mark of the beast to be able to survive out here, man. Guess what? The Lord is gonna reject you. First and foremost, I'm sure some people are gonna try to call upon either God, still call upon Jesus, or maybe they will maybe be able to remember the names Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. But that's when you're going to see people start to pray more and more, and or trying to at least. But guess what? The Lord said he's going to reject it. And it's also a precept in the Bible where the Lord said he's going to mock when your calamity comes. All right, so you don't want to be like that, man. Let me finish. I will also reject thee, that house, that thou be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. And that's a stumbling block, man, to a lot of our people. They don't realize, your actions can affect your family. And a lot of people don't like that. I saw a video a couple weeks ago with some dude bitching and complaining about that. One of the Akim did a video, and he's complaining same question that we've asked his children, and that we've gotten revealed to unto us through the process of learning. The same question. Oh, why do kids die? Why do kids die? Why do babies die? What's wrong with this God? This terrible God. Who is he? Why does he do things like this? Why am I getting punished, right, for something my ancestors did? It's because, dude, you don't know the Lord. You've inherited lies, so you think the Lord is all buddy, somebody to effing play with. That's why you're thinking like that. If you would have known how the Lord is off the gate, you wouldn't have these questions. Yeah, he'll punish you, your damn child, your child's child, and your child's child. That's how the Lord gets down. That's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, and then we move accordingly with that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, we don't try to change the law because we don't like the way it sounds. That's a real bitch move. That's a female move. That's something females do. And that was a dude that had made that video, bitching and complaining, asking those little kid ass questions, man. All right, you have to know about reincarnation. You have to know about judgment. You're asking child ass, weak ass, feminine like questions, man. All right, oh, why I gotta be punished? That's why the Lord could, because you rejected knowledge, or your ancestors rejected knowledge. All right, so the Lord will also forget thy children, forget you, your children, and y'all will be in a perpetual cycle of just poverty and bad shit. Look at the hood. There's levels to the hood, mind you. All right, now a lot of our people, I don't want to say a lot, but some of them are living very nice in Buckhead, Georgia, or in what's that show out in California they had? The hills, wherever the hills at. I haven't been in California, but the valley, all that old shit, man. Manhattan, New York, all these places, man. But you look at those Israelites that are in the hood, like in poverty, or in environments where gangs run rampant, like when it's actually a part of their culture, like in California or in Chicago, where they're really doing the gang stuff, and been doing it for generations through generations. And you just see the stories or the historical accounts of the judgment of the Lord, you see women who have lost all of her sons, 3, 4 sons that she birthed, and they're all dead due to violence. You see the whores, man. They got places here in Babylon the Great where, I mean, you could go, especially the truck drivers know about all these places, but man, here in Babylon the Great, man, just a smorgasbord of whores, man. They're still walking on the streets like it's the 70s or something, man. Yeah, like it's crazy. And you see these environments. Well, guess what? It's a reason why you're in that environment. Again, there's levels to the hood. We're all, unless you're a baller or something, then sold out. We're all in the hood. All right. It's just levels to it. That poverty, you can be in extreme poverty where there's holes in the floor and shit like that, or you just live amongst your people, and they're just constantly involved in wickedness. So I mean, it's always going to be the hood, but it's a reason why you're in the hood, man. And the Lord is killing you, your sons and his brother. It's because you guys are wicked at the end of the day, and the Lord doesn't forget. You do. There's no remembrance of former things for us, in these bodies. So we don't know what we did in our past life. We don't know, how bad we went off. We don't know about our parents, man. We don't know if we were or if our family. That's an important part, a huge stumbling block. Again, like when the Israelites said, "Let the Lord's blood be upon them," in their households, man. Hey, this is why. How you know that you or your mama or whoever, wasn't one of those Israelites talking cash money during the Lord's crucifixion, spitting on the Lord, talking shit, saying lies, pointing, mocking, and scoffing Yahweh Shai, call halal malak Yahweh Shai, man. You Israelites are probably the same Israelites, they were wicked as hell, back then, scoffers and mockers and scribes and Pharisee type niggas, man. All right. How do you know? You don't, man. So, hey, that's why we have to move with that fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, understanding all these things. That's why we say wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. There's 3 different things we're saying, trying to convey. But that goes into that understanding this process, understanding Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and how they operate. Very important. A lot of our people don't. Again, they're just talking. All right. The same thing that they learned when they were children, how God is, they're coming in that same spirit as an adult. They're taking what they learned as a child, which is a bunch of lies, man, and they're taking it into their adulthood. That's why the Lord taught us to put away those childish things, man, that childish behavior and that childish way of thinking, man, because it's about to be very vital here pretty soon that we're able to operate and function like wise men. All right. First and foremost, the Lord is going to give some of that power back to his men to be leaders, and for the subordinates, which is the women and the children, to see that our women and our children of the nation of Israel are going to see something different about us. They see it now, but right now they're in a mocking, scoffing spirit. Eventually, they're going to have to reverence Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai in us, man. All right. And it's gonna be a glorious day. It really is, man. I can't wait, till Jacob's trouble hit. It's gonna be rough for all of us, but what are our options? All right, you want to go back, or you want to just die, or do you, I mean, if we have the opportunity to see the strangeness of this salvation, receive these crowns, receive these new bodies, get our women back, get our children back, our land back, and a whole lot more, I'd rather go this route than any other. You know what I mean? I don't want to just get old and die, and well, Lord willing, don't get put back on the earth. Oh man, and it starts all over again, man. Lord willing, this the last go round, and we be delivered, here pretty soon through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 22. And it reads, how long, ye simple ones? Our people are a bunch of simpletons. They're a bunch of simps. All right. Ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? How long, ye simple men, will you not show yourselves to be men? How long will ye simple men be a simp and worship a whore? All right. All right. We want to uplift righteous women. We want to uplift them. All right, we don't want to put them on a pedestal or worship them, but we can uplift a decent woman. We can give you some praise, for being a decent woman, being a decent sister, man. But our a lot of our men are simple, and they're giving, real glory and reverence to a bunch of whores, man, that don't give a flying fuck about them or themselves, man. All right. Same thing with our women. How long are you not gonna fall into your correct order and be a damn wife and a decent sister around here? How long are you just gonna be walking up and down the earth shaking your fucking ass all day? That shit done got played out, all that twerking stuff. It's like something wrong with y'all. Y'all got worms or something. All that twerking. It's a time and place for everything. A man love a woman, man, and her body, but all day, every day ain't it. That's not classy. That shit old. It's getting to the point where it's absolutely weird at this point. You put a camera on Eve, it's like she'll look to the left, to the right, don't know nothing else, nothing to say, don't know what else to do but turn around, stick her tongue out, and start shaking her butt cheeks, man. It's crazy. It's funny, really. It's just real funny. Some women can really get down on their dance floor. Don't get it twisted. But I be seeing like models, right? Like the whole model walk and the staring at, like, what is that? Is that supposed to be sexy? Where do they get that from? The duck lips, right? I know y'all brothers know the duck lips, that have been notorious for quite some time. They take the pictures and their head is tilted to the side and they're doing the peace sign. It's like, what the hell is this? Like, is this supposed to be cute or something? Who thinks that this dumb shit is cute? Same thing with the dancing, man. Some of these motherfuckers can barely dance, call themselves trying to be seductive and shit. Nick going all different type of ways. They staring, looking all crazy, thinking that they sexy, man. Because that's what they was created to do. Move their body for their husband and things, man. So a woman, you can see that they like to dance and move and they like to be in their little groups and things like that. Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. You gals just don't know how to go about doing it the right way. Obviously you like to dance, obviously you like sex. So we're going to give you all the sex that you can handle here pretty soon, but it's going to be done, the right way. And you can dance all all you want, but you're going to do it the right way. You're not going to be out in public, showing off your body. You're gonna have you're gonna have a lot more class about yourselves when you're changed, my sister. So you just wait. Hey, that's coming. A change is coming. But again, our people are simple, man, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge, man. Hey, and let's go down to verse 24. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded, but ye have set at naught all my counsel and would none of my reproof. So the Lord is constantly trying to correct his people, teach them right from wrong. They're rejecting it. Guess what? I was just talking about this. Verse 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. A weak ass nigga hear that, or a woman or a child hear that, and they like, what is that? Who is this? Who is this God? What's wrong with him to be talking about, laughing at calamity? Is the stumbling block. Anything contrary to what they've inherited, which is lies that they hear about the Lord, it's always an effing problem. And again, we don't want to be like that, man. We want the Lord to do things his way. We do just pray for mercy, that the Lord won't be extremely, tough on us or harder on us than he needs to be, and that this won't last forever, because we are in these fleshly bodies and we can only endure so much. So, we can't really endure the wrath of the Lord, to be honest, unless the Lord has mercy upon us. If he bring down his full wrath, man, we're going to turn into, dust. Honestly. So we pray to the Lord for mercy. We pray to the Lord for fewer days upon this earth, man, so that prophecy can come to pass and that we can get out of here, man. And we don't want to be like these 2/3 stiff-necked, rebellious, lying people, destroyed for lack of knowledge, don't want to hear the law, all right, that the Lord is going to mock. And that's going to be a terrible thing, man. You don't want to get mocked by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and his men, all right? And that's exactly what's going to happen, all right? But you 2/3, keep on talking crazy, keep on talking like the Lord, and we're going to show you here pretty soon through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua that you don't. All right, so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Till next time, shalom.